The giant treasure ships that shocked the world. Imagine standing on the shore of the Indian Ocean over 600 years ago. Suddenly, a shadow appears on the horizon. At first, it looks like a floating mountain, but as it gets closer, you realize it's a ship. Not an ordinary ship. A massive wooden giant with towering masts, multiple decks, hundreds of sailors, thousands of soldiers, war horses, priceless treasure, and enough supplies to cross entire oceans. Many historians believe these were the legendary treasure ships of China's Ming Dynasty, some of the largest wooden vessels ever described in history. But here's the real mystery. Did these gigantic ships actually exist, or were they nothing more than an exaggerated legend? The story begins in the late 14th century in China's Yunnan province, where a young boy named He lived a simple life. He had no idea that fate would transform him into one of history's greatest explorers. When Ming forces conquered Yunnan, He's father was killed, and the young boy was captured. Soon after, he suffered a cruel fate. He was made a eunuch and sent to serve Prince Di, a prince who would later become the powerful Yongle Emperor. Instead of giving up, He proved himself through intelligence, loyalty, and extraordinary courage. As he grew older, his unusually tall stature, nearly 7 feet according to historical accounts, made him an imposing figure. The emperor trusted him above all others, and with that trust came an impossible mission: build the greatest fleet the world had ever seen. That mission transformed He into the legendary Admiral Zheng He. Over the next few years, thousands of craftsmen built hundreds of ships. The fleet carried more than 27,000 sailors, soldiers, translators, doctors, engineers, and diplomats. At the heart of this floating empire were the famous treasure ships. According to historical records, these vessels featured multiple decks, towering masts, luxurious cabins, massive cargo holds, powerful weapons, and enough space to transport gifts, silk, porcelain, gold, horses, and diplomatic missions across the oceans. In 1405, Zheng He launched his first great voyage. His fleet sailed through Southeast Asia, India, Sri Lanka, Arabia, and even reached the eastern coast of Africa. Pirates were defeated, trade routes became safer, kings welcomed the Chinese fleet with awe. Exotic gifts, including spices, Arabian horses, and even a giraffe from Africa, were brought back to the Ming court. Wherever the fleet appeared, it sent one clear message: the Ming Empire had become the greatest maritime power of its age, but no empire remains at its peak forever. After the death of the Yongle Emperor, powerful officials argued that these costly expeditions were draining the empire's wealth. Shipbuilding was halted, the great voyages ended, the mighty fleet slowly disappeared. Some ships were dismantled, others faded into history. Today, historians still debate one fascinating question: were Zheng He's treasure ships truly as enormous as ancient records claim? Or did generations of storytellers turn an extraordinary fleet into an unforgettable legend? Perhaps one day archaeology will reveal the final answer. Until then, the mystery of the world's greatest treasure ships continues to sail through history.